everyone, here's another video. This video will cover Templar related questions and the form the order takes today. My next video will cover more general mixed questions. Here are the first questions. I wonder what were the differences between the Knights of the Temple of Solomon and the Knights Hospitaller. One is said to be the precursor of Freemasonry, while the latter is said to exist to this day under the banner of the Order of Malta. What is the difference between the original and the false Templars that followed? The ones who went into hiding in 1307, do they know the real teachings? Did Robert Bruce take them in? And did Freemasonry stem from the Templars? The original Templars, just like the original Order of Illuminati, are serpent bloodline orders. And yes, they are still running today. However, the Eagles created various orders and societies using these names for various reasons. Most of the time it was to trick serpent bloodline members, or those seeking the truth and illumination, into joining and paying into one of their orders to make them more powerful. Freemasonry is one such Eagle order. They never had the true teachings, and one can't simply just join the true Templars. It is a bloodline thing, and that is the only way to ensure that the documents, records and teachings were successfully passed down, and because of this they have survived to this day. Yes, we lost so many of us along the way when discovered, but some of us are still here. The fake Eagle orders would burn at the stake any true serpent bloodline they discovered this way, and so secrecy is what saved us. Robert the Bruce did indeed keep the bloodline safe, as much as he could up until his death. He was not pure bloodline himself, but he knew about it and their plight. He helped all he could and was very good friends with some of the bloodline families. My own family crest bears a heart on it, since it was my ancestor, Sir James Douglas, who was Robert Bruce's friend and lieutenant, who on his deathbed he asked to carry his heart to the Holy Land. This next part is going to be from newsletters that were published in 2011 and 2012 to our outer order, which is the International Priory of Knights Hospitaller Templar. I am hoping that these will clear up a lot of things about the Templars. Before the Templars were known as the Templars, they were known by many other names. The order was set up to protect the bloodline families and the knowledge that has been passed down by word of mouth to family members and initiates for many thousands of years. However, to be able to carry this out, stealth is required. Wherever we have been on the globe, we have always tried to get into positions of power in politics, religion and healthcare. This works to our advantage as we can plant seeds of knowledge within all these organizations and help bring change. We have had to outwardly appear to be Christians or Jews or whatever. This worked fine for the Templar Knights until the order was infiltrated and they were found out and burnt at the stake for heresy. However, some did survive and went underground. For many years, we slowly let more and more information out into the general public, until it reached a time when people had learnt enough and were educated enough to be more accepting of the truth. Now we are at a time when all of those of the bloodline will be called back together to help prepare for the next eon, the eon we have been waiting for where everything will change. But only if we are successful in our work can it be a truly positive change for all. There are many Templar orders set up in our name who are Christian, and worse still, Roman Catholic. These are nothing to do with the real Templars, who are now and have always been Gnostics. The International Priory of the Knights Hospitaller Templar is connected to no other Templar order. Various orders have been set up, but none other than us, by true spiritual royalty. There are a few orders we are in contact with. However, at this time we have no other public face other than our church and order. All the rest of our connections are still thoroughly underground, and many are in public roles. They will join us in the public side of things eventually, but right now they are best left in undercover positions, ready for the next stage of our plans. We have links with the bloodline families all over the world, and everyone is doing their bit to help within their own areas of expertise. Within the church, order, and companions, here. Although our inner order is closed, our outer order is available, and to get to know us and help in our ways to bring the kin back together. And of course, anyone who's willing to help with the cause will be given more responsibility in the church outer order, or even, eventually, the inner order. Those who are companions may in time be asked to join Ordo Infinitus Orbis, Knights Hospitaller Templar, and become a probationer of the order proper, and have a chance to gain full initiation into the mysteries. Likewise, those in the church may be invited to join when they have reached the order of the priesthood. Various orders are available within our church. The Order of St. Mary Magdalene. This order is for sisters only, and each and every sister who is invited becomes a lineage holder of the succession directly back to Mary Magdalene. The Order of St. Mary Magdalene's origins go back to the 1st century, with Mary Magdalene as its founder. It has continued since then secretly, and the lineage is passed down through the females of the Holy Grail bloodline. The divine feminine principle has survived throughout the centuries because it has been kept secret and hidden, without the need for permission or recognition. This order is open to priestesses only. Then we have the order especially for our brothers. The Order of St. John the Baptist has its origins directly from St. John the Baptist, who passed the secret teachings of the Divine Feminine and the Holy Grail down through all the male children of Mary and Jesus. As with the Order of Mary Magdalene, this has also been kept secret and hidden. The males invited to this order will become lineage holders and keepers, and this order is only open to the priests. The Order of St. Thecla and the Order of St. Joseph of Arimathea are open to both brothers and sisters, again by invitation. The Order of St. Thecla. According to the Acts of Paul and Thecla, Thecla was a young noble virgin who listened to Paul's discourse on virginity and became one of Paul's followers. Thecla's mother and her fiancé became concerned that Thecla would follow Paul's demands, that one must fear only one God and live in chastity, and punished both Paul and Thecla. She was miraculously saved from being burnt at the stake by the onset of a storm, and travelled with Paul to Pisidian, Antioch, where a nobleman named Alexander desired Thecla and attempted to take her by force. Thecla fought him off, assaulting him in the process, and was put on trial for assaulting a nobleman. She was sentenced to be eaten by wild beasts, but was again saved by a series of miracles when the female beast protected her against her male aggressors. The order is open to those who are subdeacon or above, who have undertaken humanitarian work or have worked helping animals. Order of St. Joseph of Arimathea. We learn about Joseph of Arimathea in sacred scripture. Arimathea was his place of birth, which was most likely the same city known as Ramatha, birthplace of the prophet Samuel. Joseph of Arimathea was Jesus' uncle, and many believe he brought the Holy Grail to Glastonbury, UK. And those who watched my last video will know what that means. The order is open to those who are subdeacon or above, who have completed a pilgrimage to our recognised sacred locations throughout the world. And then we have the Order of the Holy Grail. This is an honorary order that members of clergy who have gained secret knowledge are invited to join. There are also several orders within the inner order, including the Order of Illuminati. There is a lot of confusion about the different Templar cross colours, and I am hoping to clear this up for everyone once and for all. The original Templar cross was always white to represent purity of our noble hearts and to represent all 7 colours of the chakra rainbow, which are activated and balanced in true Gnostic spiritual nights. After the Inquisition, those who took our name changed the colour to red to signify the blood of our shamanistic seer families who were slaughtered in the name of their god. Much like today, when people wear a red poppy to remember dead soul dyers who have been sacrificed in the name of their god. Peace-loving people wear white poppies to show that even though they are upset about the deaths of those soldiers, they want peace, not war. The colour red represents male energy and the element of fire. So this is also another way of the Christian Templars wiping patriarchy and their lies right in our faces. Within our own order, our cross is always white, or on documents sometimes black or grey. This is for printing purposes only. But as for anything we wear or show in public to represent us, it is always the white cross. Our sigil and logo have some red trimmings, and this is to show to others that we are the true bloodline, and that the white cross of purity shines higher than their blood-stained, patriarchal, eagle red one. If the white cross is shown on a red background, this is showing they are the original Templars who joined our order as infiltrators. They then took over and came under Roman Catholic control. These orders sometimes wear our original white cross on a black background, so they can sometimes be hard to spot. And they might have money, fancy robes and medals, and that is because they are under the Roman Catholic Church, who have vast amounts of money at their disposal. Spiritual beings care less about fancy robes, titles and showing off, and care more about the earth. We hold some of our rituals outside in nature, as this gives us a connection to our Great Mother. Our indoor temples are coated with purple, and our sigil too, to show balance between the feminine blue water west and the masculine red fire south. Together they make purple, the royal colour of our bloodline. Also, the Knights Templar seal that we see so often, which is 2 men on a horseback, is another sign of a Christian patriarchal order. It represents the brotherhood, Any organisation which uses the word brotherhood is either openly or secretly under papal control. And now for a few more questions that are Gnostic Templar related. What is Barbello in the Gospel of Judas? The Barbello represents the Mother Goddess, or the first Eon. Please see my other video about eons for more information about that. And another question, what is Abraxas? Abraxas is a modern spelling. Its origins are from two Hebrew words, one for father and the other means uncreated, are not yet here. It was used in the Barbello Mother Eon to describe the coming eon of the Father, which we are currently in and moving out of, towards the new eon of the child, and that eon will be called Veritas. In other words, the eon where all truth will be revealed. Coming soon. That's all for now. My next video will be general questions, so if you do have any questions, get them posted below, then I should hopefully see them in time before I get recording that one. Okay, that's all for now. See you soon.